Hello, and welcome back to another episode of SkyrimPlus. Today we're featuring Dragonwatch Keep by Lierin, but before we check out the home, we need to venture out to Bleak Falls Barrow, where we'll navigate through a lengthy ruin before making our way to the main chamber and battling a Draugr overlord for the right to take the Dragonstone. After retrieving the Dragonstone, we'll head back to Whiterun, back to Dragon's Reach, and turn this item into Farengar, the court wizard. After turning in the item, we notice a note on his desk. Farengar, I received your letter requesting my assistance with your dragon research, and I'm heading out to the Western Watchtower immediately. What excitement! After years of staring at the moss growing on this dragon mound, just the possibility of seeing a living dragon makes it worth the danger. I shall travel to the tower and take up a position where I won't interfere with the guards there, but can see the skies. With luck, I'll be able to assist the troops if a dragon appears. Gyroth the Slayer. After reading the note, we get a summons by Jarl Balgruuf to help defeat a dragon that's been causing problems at the Western Watchtower. When we head to the tower, we notice it's been attacked hard by the dragon, so we strategize with Irileth and the troops before the dragon comes back for round 2. After successfully defeating the dragon, we'll need to find Gyroth. We'll start by staring at the Western Watchtower at the point where you have Whiterun and Dragon's Reach in the background. And as we turn to the right, towards the mammoth graveyard known as Secunda's Kiss, and we look down the hill, you'll see a stream of water. And at the head of that stream of water, you'll find Gyroth. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. When you check his inventory, you'll find an Akaviri sword, a set of blades armor, the key to the home, an enchanted crossbow, some legit ammo, and his journal. It reads, having received word from Farengar that there have been reports of a sighting of Murmelnir near Whiterun, I am setting out to watch and hope for the chance to see this dragon for myself. By the nines, what luck. I've spent years staring at this burial mound, but now I may see a real living dragon. I've been on the road for 4 days and realized that I forgot my extra potions and my best bow. It's lying in the tower where I've sat for hours staring at that cursed mound. This crossbow is great for hunting, but will it be good enough to hunt a dragon? I will press on because the delay caused by returning for them may cost me any chance of seeing this beast. I have arrived at the Western Watchtower. After 2 days, all I've seen here are the soldiers making their patrols. It's all rather boring, but I shall remain. A dragon! I watched him as he circled about the tower and have realized all of the old stories about their size and power are true. They are truly fearsome beasts, and I feel that the possibility of my demise is great. Nevertheless, I shall remain. If I perish, it'll be a death worthy of Sovngarde. Here he comes again! He's attacking! Now that we have the key and some context, let's take this cool stuff and fly off to our new home and check it out. And here's our beautiful new home, Dragonwatch Keep. Let's check out the map. Here we are at Dragonwatch Keep. We're near Miko's Shack, the East Empire Company Warehouse, Solitude, Catless Farm, the Solitude Sawmill, and here we are again at our featured home, Dragonwatch Keep. For our world space view, we have Solitude in the distance, as well as the docks, Catless Farm, and the Solitude Sawmill. And as we turn to the right past all of these trees, we see our featured home. Doesn't it look like the perfect spot nestled in the forest? And if you like this view from the outside, just wait until you get inside. You're in for a treat. There's the tower that he spoke of in the journal. And then here's the dragon mound where he was watching incessantly waiting for a dragon. Now we'll switch to the roadside view. We'll take a look around the outside and tour the front yard. To our right, we can see a stable and a trap door. We'll take a closer look at those later. For now, let's enjoy how amazing the outside of the home looks. Let's turn our attention towards the arched entryway. To the right, you have a light for night, and to the left, you have a woodchopping block and woodcutter's axe for your firewood needs. And as we make our way into the arch, we have a training dummy to sharpen your skills. I'm going to drop back down so I can walk. Now we can take a closer look at these cool placards along the path. And as we turn back, we have 8 Hearthfire soil so you can plant whatever you'd like. And there are tons of plants growing alongside of the home. I have a mod that replaces moss with roses, so if you prefer this look, I'll link that mod in the description. Next, we have a patio table and sunbrella to sit out and enjoy nice days. And behind that, we have a flower pot with a unique design and some birdhouses and bird feed for our finely feathered friends to enjoy. As you can see, my adopted children even love this space too. And as we approach the front door, check out these insect candles. How classy does that look? And we have more beautiful plant life as we turn to see our next feature, the fountain. And beside that, we have 8 more Hearthfire soils to plant whatever you want. And here's a bench with some dark elf lanterns, a statue, and a beautiful view of the mountains in the background. And on the far side of the bench, Lierin's given us a lot of different ingredients we can harvest. And now we're coming back towards the front of the home. I'd give this outdoor space 2 green thumbs up. Now, let's head inside. Now, let's take a look to the right where we have a book that tells about the home's history. It said that this was a much smaller home, but over time, the Blades members that occupied it expanded it to meet the needs of their family and friends, and updated it with different technologies to eventually prepare it for the next Dragonborn. It also talks about the home's clickies, so make sure to read that. And now that we're in the know, let's take a tour of the home. First, we'll check out the entryway where we have a bench, a painting, and some candle lighting to set a calm tone. There's your dining room, kitchen, and most of the rest of the home. We'll check that out soon. And then here's the front foyer with key storage as well as storage for notes and letters. And on the other side, we have a weapons rack and our informative book. And as we leave this space, we find one of the best pieces of eye candy in the home, the shrine area. It's beautifully lit by candles. Look at all of those pretty flowers to draw in your attention to the 9 shrines of the divines, as well as shrines for Ariel, Boethia, Azura, and Mephala, and last but not least, Nocturnal. Now we'll head upstairs where we have some alluring lamps to catch our eye. I love those magical effects. We have a mannequin to the right, the door to our bedroom suite is straight ahead, and we have tons of weapons racks and Dragonbone weapons that Lierin's gifted us, 1 per weapon rack. There's also a display case, and there's a Dragonbone shield next to your desk that has storage for Dragon Priest masks, scrolls, gemstones, rare books, and journals. There's some more of those great looking lamps, and along the back wall you have more weapons racks and Dragonbone weapons. You have a mannequin, paintings, a statue, an orb, a telescope, and all sorts of interesting static clutter to decorate the home. Now let's go check out our bedroom suite. To the right, we have an area for you to get ready in the mornings with a mirror, a wash basin, and a dresser. There's a window letting in some natural light, a chase lounge, a fireplace that's activatable through the poker, a really nice chair, and then here is a walkway to go upstairs to the bed area. There's a ladder that takes you up into a tower. And as we turn to the left, we even have a royal throne, equipped with a toilet, toilet paper, candle lighting, and some flowers to deal with the smell. And straight through this door, we have our bathroom. And look at that beautiful tile work. Look at the lighting with the candles. What a relaxing space. Right now the tub's filling up with water, and there's the knob to turn it on and off. And to the right of that, we also have a shower, and it has its own knob. And as we turn back to the left, check out this soap holder. It looks like a metallic dragon. How cool. And then you also have this Christmas themed painting. I hope you've already started shopping for your loved ones. You know as well as I do that that time of year always sneaks up on us. Now that we've seen the bottom floor of our suite, let's head to the top. We have another window letting in some natural lighting. And here's that potion cache that was told about in the journal. These Blades potions give you the Dragon Infusion perk, which helps you avoid 25% of damage from dragons. That's pretty useful. Then you have your 4-poster canopy bed. Look at that detail. You've got dressers on either side. You've got some candle lighting with a working shrine of Talos and a painting above. And on this back wall, we have another beautiful tapestry and a chest that she likes to use in most of her homes. And she's gifted us a set of Blades armor and 100 gold. And as we turn back, we see a large dragon skull looking over the bed. Maybe that's the real reason it's called Dragon's Watch. You also have a blade shield, some Akaviri swords, and now we're going to head up this ladder to check out the tower. Okay, we've made it into the tower where the old owner spent days just looking for the dragon. It offers some awesome views, like this one of Solitude. You could probably see it better if I didn't have volumetric mists installed. Okay, as we turn back, we see a table with some more of those blades potions. There's his chair where he used to sit. There's a brazier that can be activated by the pile of firewood. And there's a weapon soul collector, which is a crossbow with an enchantment that gives it shock damage. And here's a container with various types of bolts you can use in your crossbow. And off the edge of the tower, you can see the dragon mound that the old owner would watch with bated breath awaiting the return of the dragons. Now that we've seen the tower, let's head back down. And it looks like Inigo's getting ready. He's getting a late start to his day. Okay, now we're going to head back downstairs. Ooh, look at that lighting. I just love that every time I see it. We'll pass the shrine area again and the front foyer on our way to the dining room. We have a pretty large dining table, which we'll need considering that we have beds for 6 kids, 4 followers, your spouse, and you. And then here's another look at the dining room table with the tapestry in the background. And check out this Talos lamp with stained glass. And it does operate as a shrine too. And you've got some Skyrim art and some pretty flowers. And then you can activate this cutlery box and it takes the dishes from below and it sets them on the table. How quaint. And to reset it, you can just click the cutlery box again and the dishes are put back up. Empty table. And now you've got a bar area. Look at that display of cups on the wall. A beautiful tapestry. Look at that horse. This is a perfect place for you and your followers to enjoy. And right past this space is the kitchen. You have a working butter churn that actually gives you butter. There's a rack for harvestable ingredients. There's a grinder on the table that works like a grain mill. And then in the back you have all of your cooking stations. On the left, you have your cooking pot on a swivel. You just need to activate the bronze spoon above to rotate it to the fire. In the middle is your baking surface, and on the right you have a frying pan which can also be used for cooking. To enable the baking surface, you'll want to activate this poker in the corner. Here are some more pots, and then you have tons of named storage for different types of food and ingredients. That's the name of the game with Lierin's homes. Tons of named storage. Basically, if it looks like it, it stores it. Over here you have a working water pump in your sink. You can turn that on or off. And then check out this baking display. I didn't know I needed that in my life until right now. Now we'll head down these stairs where we find a large pantry area. There's tons of more named storage for food down here. You also have some rugs that you're storing apparently. And some barrels for food. And now we'll head back up. And we'll check out a new area of the house. Between those 2 candles is the door to the basement. We're not ready for that quite yet. Here's a hallway, and there's a bench and a painting of a fair maiden. To the right, we have a bathroom. And inside, we have 3 mirrors, a wash basin, a cabinet, and some candle lighting, as well as a picture to the right. And when we close these doors, we find a toilet and some toilet paper. I don't think anyone can complain about access to toilets in this house. And as we approach this next door, we see some gardening tools, and we see an alchemy lab with named storage for potions, poisons, and ingredients. I wonder what this next room could be. And wow, look at this greenhouse. Before we break this room down, let's take a quick spin around. And I must say, usually when I tour homes, if there's a greenhouse, this is usually my favorite area of the home. But this one has some stiff competition with some other areas, especially in the basement. Okay, now let's go ahead and start breaking this room down. As we look down, if you see that blue coda flower, that's going to mark any fertile soils that are in this room. I just wanted to pick the same thing so you could notice it. And then in this back corner, we have tons of crops. You can see that we have an irrigation system watering the plants. There are tons of insects flying around, some dark elf lanterns, and even a scarecrow to brighten up the space. Then as we turn to the right, you can notice that we have an apiary, And we have tons of fertile soils marked again by those coda flowers. You can see the flowers growing alongside of the walls. How cool is that? And you have a garden tub and a literal garden. How awesome is that? You have some dwarven chairs, and it looks like you have some horse head faucets. How cool is that? And to the right, Lierin's given us some frog art that she's made out of a horseshoe and some gears. She's pretty creative with that. She did a nice job on the side of her home at Faneath too. That dwarven knob by the ivy provides steam for the players that have the LE version of the mod. And then check out these glass ceilings. I love these. Here's a game board for you and your friend to enjoy some chess. There are some more soils to the left, some pretty flowers against the back wall, and then you have this space to sit and relax by the fire. You can start the fire by activating the wood pile, and this dwarven knob turns the sprinkler system on and off. What a neat room, right? Let's see what the rest of the home has to offer. Now we're going to head back down the hallway and go through this door that'll lead us to the basement. As we head down these stairs, check out this lighting provided by the dark elf lanterns. At the bottom of these stairs, we have a bookworm's dream with tons of bookshelves and cool decorations. There's the stairs that we took to get down here. And there's a door to the crafting area, my favorite space of the home. There's another bookshelf and bookcase. And now we're going to head down to the right. That's Faendal of Riverwood. He's blocking the stairs. As we squeeze past him, check out this gorgeous tapestry. There is a ton to see down here. So before we get into detail, let's just take a quick spin around, and that'll give us a little sneak peek. There's Lydia. And by this bookshelf and bookcase, we have the entrance to our children's room. Again, this home can accommodate 6 kids. You'll just need to make sure that you have the Hearthfire multiple adoptions mod installed and activated to take full advantage. And then to the right, we have a training dummy for them to sharpen their skills, a fireplace to keep them warm. There's a single bed, and underneath the light, you can see their pommel horses. There's a double bed for 2 to share, and it has some nesting dolls above. There's Lucia. You can see Sophie from Windhelm riding the rocking horse, and it looks like one of them left their doll out on the staircase. I should have made them clean better before you came. Here's a table for them to study and become the future scholars of Skyrim. They even have a periodic table. Mendeleev would approve. Maybe they can study some alchemy and use our garden to make some potions and sell them to make us some easy money. Okay, over here you've got another 2 beds. You've got a cabinet with a night doll on top, a teddy bear in the middle, and a snow globe with a bear on the bottom. How cool is that? And they can look off of this ledge to see what the other kids are doing, or maybe check out that cool tapestry. Now that we've seen our children's space, let's go check out the next part of the home. Now we're coming back into the common area. You've got another bookshelf with a globe and a map of the dragon mounds above. And to the left you have more bookcases and bookshelves. And now we're heading into another bathroom that has a fireplace and some nice paintings. You have a bathtub over here with some more of those horsehead faucets and some pretty flowers too. And then this room to the left is a sauna for you and your followers to enjoy, maybe even your children too if they can handle the heat. There are the hot stones themselves, and if you have the LE version of the mod, you can activate this bucket to stoke the flames. Okay, now that we've seen the sauna, let's go see what's next. As we head back, we can see another water basin and mirror and cabinet with some quaint candle lighting. The only difference between this one and the one upstairs is the toilets on the right. Okay, I think we've spent enough time exploring the bathroom. Let's head back out. and we're going to see the other side of the common space. To the left, we start off with some unique decoration. There are little cubbies, and within the cubbies there are figurines of Falmers and some dwarven enemies. And as we turn to the right, we find a nice place to sit in front of the fire, enjoy this painting or maybe some of the dwarven enemies figurines, and check out that cool globe. And then over here we have another bookshelf. Man, the bookworms of Skyrim ought to love this place. And it looks like you're studying up on some dwarven enemies. Always good to know what you're going up against. And then to the right we find a crafting area. Here's an alchemy lab. You have a Spriggan with some cool light up effects nearby the poison storage. Underneath that you have storage for your ingredients. And then above you have some themed artwork, some encased butterflies, and storage for your potions. There's a display case in the middle of the room. And then you have your arcane enchanter. And above that you have some themed artwork. It looks very magical. And to the upper left of the arcane enchanter you have a little shelf that has named storage for soul gems and a couple of pieces of eye candy. Those things look pretty cool. Speaking of cool, check out that dwarven flower pot. And through these doors we have a follower's quarters. It looks like they have a card table, a fire, a painting of the fair maiden, and then they have 4 beds in this space. You have 2 beds on this side of the room. And then the other 2 beds are on this side of the room. We'll go ahead and finish off the spin so we can take one more look at this space. And this is super nice for your followers to have. They deserve it. Now we're going to backtrack through the common area to get to a space we haven't seen yet. And although this home has a lot of eye candy and strong points, this next part is my favorite. Oops, sorry Faendal. And now we're entering the crafting cellar. We're greeted with a fireplace and one of those blades that tries to attack you in the ruins. And to our left we have a couple of weapons racks and a mannequin. And to our right we have the same thing mirrored on the other side. As you can see, I've already put some armor on my mannequins. If you like those sets, they're from BDOR. And in this next space we have a reading nook. It contains even more bookcases and a lot of interesting clutter. This space might make you as much of a legend as Ron Burgundy. After all, you also have many leather-bound books and your home smells of rich mahogany. And to the right we have one of my favorite decorations in any type of home, frescoes. If you're a fan of these too, check out the home mod Bottom of the Well. That has a lot of these. And across from this, we have a special display for your collection of black books from the Dragonborn DLC. That lighting is everything. And speaking of lighting, check out this magical crafting space. This has a real Rayx End vibe to it. It includes a staff enchanter, spider imbuing chamber, and arcane enchanter, as well as named storage for all items needed to complete the crafting. And above your spider imbuing chamber, you have a painting of a creepy tree to further the theme. And when we turn around to the wall behind us, we find another dark-themed oil-based painting of Mirak, some Seekers, and Apocrypha. This space feels mystical. Next, we have a smithing suite with everything that you could hope for, starting with a grindstone, named storage for all smithing items, a mannequin that acts as named storage for armor, a workbench with tons of themed artwork, and next to it you have a barrel for your weapon storage, an anvil, and then we have a mini smelter and a fan to get rid of the fumes. Next to that is a garbage can for your unwanted items, and then there's a tanning rack. And as we turn, she's even given us a Skyforge and Dawnguard anvil to make specialized items. How cool. Moving on, we have another special items display, and look at how amazing this thing looks. It combines the Dragon Priest mask display with the Dragon Claws, and you have dragon skulls on either side with some candle lighting. Ooh, that looks good. And then here's another fresco, and I think I like this one even more than the other one. I really like that Starry Night look. And as we continue on, I didn't show you this on the other side, but you have some Skyrim themed artwork. And then across from that, you have a special item display for your Elder Scrolls. I mean, the whole franchise is named after these things. They definitely deserve their own special item storage. Next, we have a display including the Blessed Life tree door, which is probably my favorite door in the game. It has water running down the sides and alien stones. And don't worry about the flowers sticking out. It's my mod conflict with Cathedral Mountain flowers. Our last nook in this room is an alchemy lab fit for a king. It has 5 soils on either side of the lab, themed artwork above and below, some encased insects and butterflies, and the lab itself, with a basket for ingredients above, and it has these really cool glass cabinets that you can open and close. These contain your potions and poison storage. See? That space is one of my favorites, even though I've been finding myself thinking that several times throughout this tour. Lastly, let's see where this ladder leads. And now we're back out to the front of the property. There's our horse's stable. There's the trap door. And there's the front entrance to the home. Now that we've seen all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Dragonwatch Keep is one of the finest homes ever created. Lierin gave us an interesting backstory, as well as a grand home with an eye-catching front yard with lots of Hearthfire soils. Inside, the home offers beds for you and your spouse, up to 6 children, and as many as 4 followers. It provides all cooking stations and plenty of clickies to activate controlling water, fires, sprinkler systems, table settings, and more. You have access to a stable for your horse, a wood chopping block and woodcutter's axe, 3 different bathrooms offering 3 toilets, 3 bathtubs, and a shower. You have your very own greenhouse with tons of food, ingredients, and insects to harvest, as well as plenty of soils to plant up yourself, a garden tub for days where you need some zen, and a place to sit and enjoy the fire. Your home offers 3 different alchemy labs, 2 different arcane enchanters, a full smithing suite with named storage and themed artwork, and a staff enchanter and spider imbuing chamber. It provided potions with special effects, a devastating new weapon, and a tower to observe potential dragon attacks. It also provides eye candy with those amazing frescoes, the area with the shrines, your reading nook, not to mention the stunning special item displays. In short, this home has it all. So basically, Dragonwatch Keep is all that in a bag of chips, and that's why I'm rating it an instant classic. This concludes my feature of Dragonwatch Keep. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.